welcoming our viewers to the fourth episode of Aspirants. Today, I have with me a lady with a very versatile personality. She is Bristi Mahanta, who originally hails from Assam and she is currently residing in Gurgaon. So, Bristi Ba is a lady full of talents. Academically, she persuaded and completed her bachelor's from Miranda House, Delhi University in the field of political science, completed her postgrad from Hindu College, Delhi University, and also she completed her bachelor's of legislative law from Guwahati University. And apart from it, I'm proudly saying that she is an extremely talented Satriya dancer, and I am so very happy in saying this. So, Bristi Ba, welcome to this virtual talk show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most
I'm
welcome.
glad that you invited me here. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to bring you here on the first place. So, the first question that's striking in my mind is why law? Why you choose the subject of law as your co-subject? What made you develop an interest in that, or like you had a interest since childhood? Or I want to know what made you choose law.
Actually, it's basically the journey, because it was not like a dream to be a lawyer or to go into the field of law, but it was basically the journey that brought me here, and I'm so glad that I chose this. It's an eye-opening experience, first of all, because I remember I had this in my back of my mind that I'll pursue law, but I was not sure when I would do that. And I'm a very random kind of person. I do very random things. So when I was doing my graduation, after I did my graduation, it was a very stressful time because I was preparing for my masters. I did my masters. I thought I would take the academic line first. I thought I pursue PhD, I'll do MPhil and all. So after my masters, my mother was with me. So we basically had to leave our PG and all. So I was at my brother's place. So my mother was there to take care of me. So like I would say one fine afternoon, because I was just laying in the bed and I just told my mom that I think I'll pursue LL.B rather than going for MPhil and PhD now. And she was like, she said, no, you're just nervous. Just go to bed, have some food, and then think about it later. And then I called my friend, now husband, then I told him, I called Pallav and I told him, listen, I want to pursue law and I'm serious. He said, then why are you waiting? You should go for it. I said, yeah, actually, why am I waiting? Then I called my father, I told him, and he was like, okay, you want to do that? Go. I'm always with you. And in fact, my father, he always used to say me, maybe because of that, I had this in my idea. I had this in back of my mind. Like he used to always say that as a girl, you should always know the safety measures, the preventive measures. You should always be aware of that. And law is the only subject that will give you that inner strength. Whenever something might go wrong, you never know. Plus, I was far away from home. So our father used to say, it's not necessary that you will have to pursue it professionally, but whenever you get time, but do have a look. It's very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually then I came back here, and by the time I came, I think it was in the month of July end. So by that time, all the entrances were over. So I didn't want to waste a year, I didn't want to sit at home. So I just thought I'll go to university. I'll talk with the person, whoever's there, if it's still available. So I just went there with my friend. I brought my form and just it happened. And I'm happy it happened actually.
Yeah. No, actually, and moreover, I guess you are very determined. You plan things like in your head already, and then
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, because many a times what happens is some things, it's one thing or the other is always behind my back of my mind. I keep on thinking. I think a lot. I think that's a problem. I don't know, but I would say it's a boon for me. It's a blessing, because I really think a lot, and I just try to prioritize things like what is more important now at this moment. What is more important, because I am balancing a lot of things. So that is the only thing I do, is I prioritize things and I just see what is the necessity in my the nearest future. What is the necessity now? So I just do that. So maybe that was one of my random decision, but yeah, you can say it was kind of basically planned random decision rather.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Very well answered. Actually, you belong to the subject of law, so I'll ask one thing: that do you think that Indian laws, acts, and rules need some improvisation, or like any changes in due course of time, or like any viewpoint in your regard? You will better know about this entire constitution and its rules. So I want to know about it. Like, do you
Yeah,
have any?
definitely. Not only Indian laws, I think every country is evolving. Every country has its own nuances, different ethnicities and different languages, minorities, different kind of problems every country is dealing with. And rather, I would say India is a very progressive country. It has made a lot of progress. If you see it, 75 years of independence, yet we have moved a long way. Like
Yes.
major rules, major acts, major improvements and changes have been brought. And
Yeah.
it's a very, I don't know how to portray it, because it's a huge task, because India is a country where, like, in 100 kilometers you'll find a different kind of language, a different kind of custom there. So it's a country with diversity, immense diversity. And I'm a very proud Indian because I'm really happy with all the changes that have been going. But having said that, there are certain areas, I would say gray areas, which really needs, to be tackled. And maybe it's because of the sensitivity it is involved in it. For example, marital rape, it's a thing, it's actually there, but sadly, we don't have any enactment, neither law nor any provisions addressing that issue. But I'm very hopeful. I'm really hopeful that that will be addressed someday, because that is an
Yeah.
issue. It's there. It's really there. We do not see it because it's in the garb of, love, affection, whatever they want to portray. And I really, it's a very sensitive thing. But
Yeah.
there are different things, but then there are certain other things also which have been addressed very beautifully, like the third gender issue.
Yeah.
It has been addressed very beautifully, I would say, because you cannot imagine India as a country having its roots and it's addressing such sensitive matters. It's really
Yes.
commendable. And our judges, the Supreme Court, they are just immense. They are doing very good, very good.
Yeah, you have seen that environment of Supreme Court because you have worked there
Yes,
quite a
yes.
lot. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. One more thing that's striking in my mind is what keeps you going? You're blessed with a beautiful family. You were married. You have a beautiful son. You have a very supportive family.
Sure.
And I guess despite of having this beautiful family, I guess you have achieved whatever you have achieved till date. I feel so. Everyone has got some sort of success mantra in their life, and you are very unstoppable because I know you since years and I have never seen you stopping from your journey. Either you were excelling in your academic line or non-academic line or doing something. You're not sitting. So what keeps you just going, I want to know about
My
it.
husband, you have asked me the right question. My husband rather says me, you should take a break, just
Yeah,
breathe.
yeah,
Because
please. Even my eyes sometimes used to say a lot that please Brishti, but just take some rest.
no, I think that's a problem in me, because it's not something I've imbibed. It's from my childhood. I remember in my summer vacations also. I think I have acquired that skill from my father. During my summer vacations also, when we were at home, I remember, I don't know, you guys also have seen, I think. You remember the marriage cards we used to get with little Ganeshas,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
stick-ons and
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
kinds of,
Mhm.
or horais, gamusas. So what we used to do, we had a little bag, okay, jute bag. It was an old jute bag. So we used to keep all those cards there, year round, whatever would came. Not only wedding cards, whatever there would be there. They have some colorful envelopes also, maroon color with sparkles and all. So we used to keep that bag, particular bag. So, and as summer vacations and in winter vacations also, what we used to do, my father and I, we used to sit and we used to cut those cards and make little, our customized, either it would be a Merry Christmas card or Happy New Year card or Happy Birthday card. I also remember, particularly I remember this because there was this one white wedding card, and I don't know what I did. It became like this much. It was very small. And I remember it was my friend Bhavna. So my father, and I was so sad it became so small. And my father, it's okay, just tell her. I was thinking about her so much. Her name is also Bhavna. So the card became very small now.
Bhavna, yes, the literal meaning.
Yes, yes. And because of that incident, I remember it very clearly. So what happened? Those kind of activities we used to do. So I had this. I cannot like sit idle. I have this problem. I just cannot sit idle. I'll either do any craft thing. I paint a lot, so maybe I'll do a painting.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
do
some
paint.
other
You do
craft
paint
work.
a lot.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a therapeutic thing. I just love doing it. I really love that. While we were in Sweden for a year, my husband, we both were there. So he was in office. So the whole day I was at home. So I joined a Swedish class. So I learned a new language. And
Okay.
then while at that time I started, I don't know, maybe it was after many years, it was maybe after a decade, I started with oil painting again. Then watercolor. It was so like
Yeah,
enriching. I just cannot sit idle. It's a very like I don't know.
it's a good thing.
I
It's a good
really
thing.
need to think. But it's a very stressful thing, to be
Yeah,
very honest, because it's
yeah,
like
it is.
once you're done with a certain thing, my just brain starts like hunting like, okay, one this is done. Now what should I do? I
One
have this much
next.
of time. What should I do next? Yes. So it's very like pressure. There's a lot of pressure there.
Yes, yes, I could relate that. Okay. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
what you are doing is commendable. Just keep on doing that.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
yeah, so you have attended, quite a number of internships, and your work experience also says a
Yes.
lot. Like you have shared a great number of work experience even in the Supreme Court of India. So, what has been your best experience so far, and why? I want to know specifically about it.
Yeah, in terms of internship, not only internship, like different things that I've been doing. I cannot pick one because everything has taught me very different things. But I would say if I have to choose among the best, I guess, then I would say my internship in Supreme Court was the best. It was an eye-opening experience. There
Okay.
was a senior advocate and there was the AOR there. So I basically approached my ma'am. She was AOR,
Hmm.
Sneha Kalita,
Yeah.
and she was basically the partner in the chamber of Vijay Hansaria sir. He's a senior advocate. His father, VL Hansaria, was a judge in Assam, Guwahati High Court, and also in Supreme Court. So it was a very, a great learning experience. Great learning. I mean, the all the people there, the many lawyers there, the corridors of Supreme Court is like a temple, and you
Okay.
just step in there, you walk through it, and you just learn so much. Only just keep taking on from one of the other,
Yeah.
just look,
It
you
just
just
goes on.
pass on. Yeah, I just pass through the corridor and you just hear someone is talking about something and the other person is talking. And the the humility they have, no, it's like commendable. There are senior advocates there are judges there, but they're so humble.
Yeah.
And in terms of knowledge and in terms of the conversation, it's very enriching.
Yeah. Very well highlighted, and I'm so glad that you have acquired so many things, and you have a long way to go, until date. Like your
Yeah,
journey is really amazing. So that's why
thank
I'm
you.
just letting the people know that you are really a full of talents. People will definitely know after watching this session. And as we are literally coming to the end of this session, so lastly I would like to ask that any positive message or like any positive note that you want to give to the viewers, because nowadays people are really very stretched out. They feel frustrated at times.
Exactly.
People are stuck at home. Some people are just searching for jobs and not getting, paid. It's a tough job for us to stay positive and keep our mind positive now. So what do you have to say to them?
See, whatever you have said, I have gone through it. I'm still going through it. So I know it. I know it because, everybody has their own struggle. I often say that every person has their own story. It may seem that I have it all, but I don't have it all. Even I'm looking for a lot of things. I'm searching and the one thing that I have done, like since last year during this whole lockdown time, uh, I have looked inside myself, because I think that is very important. In 2019, I had my baby, and exactly on 2 months, 9 days, I lost my father. It was like I have had something, and I'm just blank now. There's a void, even though I have my own family, but there's a void there, and
Yeah.
it cannot be filled.
Yeah.
But since last year, I have just done one thing. To be very honest, I've just tried to, look within myself, and I'm just telling myself one thing repeatedly. That you will fall the day you decide that you will fall.
Yeah.
You know, while you're walking, you may stumble upon something and you might just fall, right? But there's a zeal to get up. And the moment someone comes and holds your hand and just pushes you along, like pulls you, come on, stand up. It's okay. You'll stand up eventually. But suppose you stumble upon something and you fall and you don't want to get up, you will never get up. No many 100% will try to pull you up, but you won't get up. That's the only thing I have understood throughout my life. And secondly, I would say, I always say these things, but I talk a lot to myself. Okay. So the
That's so
second
good.
one thing
That's so good.
I always say to other people also, that if you close your eyes, no one else can make you open your eyes, right? And it's you, ultimately, it's you, only you. You can choose what you want to do.
The
If you
second
want to
line
go to
is so
sleep,
deep. I'm thinking the line
yes,
that you
yes,
spoke right now. It's
yes.
so deep. I'm thinking
And
now.
Anya, to be very honest about this, whatever I've said, no, it's not like I have done since last year. These two things have always been in my head, because I have had no, you will laugh about it. I have never had anything easily. Okay. Many a times what have happened, like suppose for an exam I have prepared a lot and I know I'll do well. But during the maybe the night before my exam, I have fall ill, or something has happened in my family. Number of deaths has happened in my family to the
Hmm.
person I have been very close to. So it has affected me a great way, in a very great way. I'm so scared underneath of such silly things. No, it's very difficult for me to overcome such fears, even now. And having
Yeah.
lost my father, I've just lost a very important part of myself. You won't believe, I'm dying to perform on a stage, but I'm so scared now because from inside, I don't have that strength. I'm doubting myself that can I be able to do it the way I used to do? Because I
Earlier.
don't have the important critique of my life. He
Yeah.
was not only the person who used to tell me after my performance that, okay, you have done this right, but also you have done that wrong. Or maybe you have done this right, but that could have been better. So I don't have that honest person now. Whatever I'm doing, it's all in my head. All I'm doing it through my whatever I'm understanding, whatever I have understood. So
Yeah.
it's a very difficult thing. But and at this time we are losing so many people.
Yes.
So I think we just need to breathe and we need to accept whatever is happening, because this is a pure period of uncertainty. We never thought that this kind of situation have. I feel so bad for my son. Like 2019, he was born. From 2020, this whole 2 years have been about corona.
Yeah.
This is the time when children should go out and play, but I'm
Play.
keeping him inside home.
Yeah.
It's a very bad phase actually, but it will also pass. So
Yeah.
we
It
just
will
need to be
pass.
patient, and we have to embrace whatever is happening now. We have to accept whatever is happening, because this is beyond our capability. We cannot do anything. But only thing we have to do and we must do is we'll have to stay positive. Staying positive may sound very, for I don't know how to say it. It may sound very, lucid, but that's the only thing we can do right now. Positivity
Yes.
in every sense. Maybe you eat well, you sleep well, you study well, you perceive things well, but maybe you should now make your thought process in a very well stitched manner now. That is very important. Whatever might be important, but you have to do it. This is the only time.
Yeah. So well highlighted. I guess that's the best part of today's episode, that you spoke about our own mind and how to go with such sort of phases. So you were really a very strong lady, and you will be for that. That's for sure. And
Thank
I do
you.
hope you shine with flying colors. And definitely, I'll keep on updating my viewers in the later part. If again I do another episode with you, just keep on shining
Sure.
and just be the beautiful as
Thank
you are. You are just beautiful inside out. So that's it. Thank you,
That's a
Bristi
lot.
Ba. Thank you.
Thank
It was
you. It
wonderful
was so
having
much
you.
to talk to you.
Thank
Thank
you.